All right, evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Are you guys hearing me?
Hi, good evening, sir.
What about the others? Are you guys hearing me? Sarita, Junior, Carly.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir. Evening now.
All right. I think before we go any further, let's do some exercising. Let me see if I have all that I need. Oh yes. Let's go from the. All right, so let's do some, breathing and articulation exercises before we go any further. Let me go into, and then we get into the outline. And next week we start looking at how to organize our TED Talk. Let me just get into, this is tongue twisters. All right, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's start off with Miss Wang Su. Are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, so go for me for the H. For H words, try. Let's do some tongue twisters as a way of exercising our
Okay.
articulators.
How was Harry Hastings? How was Harry Hastings so hurriedly from the hut? How was Harry Hastings so hurriedly from the hut? In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
All right, I want you to read it slowly first because you mispronounce some of the words.
Okay.
Go again for me.
How was Harry Hastings so hurriedly
Hastened,
from
hastened, hastened,
hastened? How
hastened.
was hastened?
Yes.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hut? How
Hunt.
was
That's I tell you to read slowly.
Oh,
Hunt.
sorry.
Go again, begin again.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt?
Start
How
again.
was
Hastened, hastened, hastened. And you want to sound as if you're pronouncing the word naturally. How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt? And you're asking a question, remember. Go again.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly
Hastened,
from
hastened,
hastened?
hastened.
Hastened.
So it's hasten or hastened.
Okay.
All right, start again for me.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt? How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt? In Hartford,
Hertford.
Hereford,
In Hertford.
in Hertford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. In Hertford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
All right, so you're going to practice a little, all right?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Go ahead for me, Kamisha Waugh, F.
Four furious friends fought for the phone. Five
Start again for me.
fly from France for fashion.
Start again for me.
Five
I didn't.
flippant.
Hold on, please. Start again from 4. Are you on the road? Are you on the road?
Yes, sir.
All right, so mute your mic, honey.
Yes,
I'll come
sir.
back to you until you go in a quieter background. All right, Renee, go ahead for me. F.
Four furious friends fought for the phone. Four furious friends fought for the phone. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France. Frenchmen fly from France for fashion. Five flippant. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France for fashions.
Start again and go a little faster.
Four furious friends fought for the phone. Four furious friends fought for the phone. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France for fashion. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France for fashion.
Frenchmen, not Frenchman. Go again for me. Go again for me from the top.
Four furious friends fought for the phone. Four furious friends fought for the phone. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France for fashion. Five flippant Frenchmen fly from France for fashion.
Yes, and you need to pronounce the S. Very important. All right, Junior Rumble, D for me.
Two dozen double damask. Let me start with 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. Do drop in at the dewdrop in. Do drop in at the dewdrop in.
Dew. It's dewdrop in.
Okay, dewdrop in the dewdrop in. Dewdrop in the dewdrop in. How much dew could
No.
dewdrop?
Dewdrop in at the dewdrop in. Go again.
Dewdrop in at the dewdrop in. Dewdrop in at the dewdrop in. How much dew could a dewdrop drop if a dewdrop did drop dew? Down the deep, damp, dark, dank den. Down the deep, damp, dark, dank den.
All right, thank you. And as I said, we are going to try and see how best we can speed it up. Let's do LaShawna Brown. Go from Bill Had a Billboard for me. LaShawna Brown, go from Bill Had a Billboard for me.
Okay, sir. Bill had a billboard. Bill also had a billboard, a board bill. The board bill. So Bill said is billboard. And paid is board bill. Then the board bill no longer board bill.
It's not finished.
But though he had no board bill, neither did he have his billboard.
Start again for me because you mispronounced some of the words.
Okay, sir. Bill had a billboard. Bill also had a board bill. The board bill, so Bill sold his billboard, sorry. And paid his board bill, then the board bill no longer board bill. But though he had no board bill, neither did he have his billboard.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome, sir.
Natalia Watson, go for me. Betty bought a bit of butter. 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 Betty bought a bit of butter.
Betty brought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty bought a bit of butter.
Mhm.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty brought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Start again because you mispronounced. Betty bought a bit of butter.
Betty bought
Bought.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty bought a bit
Bought, not brought. Bought. Start
So
from the top again.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty bought a bit of butter. So Betty bought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Start again for me.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty bought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better.
All right, go a little faster for me again.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the
Start
butter
again for
bitter.
me. You're still going slow. Start again for me. That's the same pace. Go a little faster for me.
Betty bought a bit of butter, but she found the butter bitter. So Betty bought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Thank you. All right. Lucien Parks, go ahead for me. How much?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
All right, start again for me and go a little faster.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Thank you. Oren Walters, Oren, you know, you and your monotone business. Let's see if you can put some life and some oomph in that voice. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Go ahead.
Peter Piper picked a peck of the pickled pepper.
Start again for me. Peck.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. A peck of pickled pepper. Peter Piper.
No, peppers. There's an S. Start again for me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Start again for me. You mispronounced.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peck, not pecked. Start again for me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's
Peppers.
the peck?
Start again for me. Don't mispronounce the S's. Don't leave them. Start again from the top.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
It's peck. You're saying pecked.
Peck.
Go again for me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Go again for me.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of Peter Peppers, Peter Piper picked.
All right, I won't ask you to go very fast. Carry on Daily, go for me. I want for you to give me Betty Butter bought some butter. Go ahead for me.
Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my butter, it will make my butter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my butter better. So this better
That's
Betty
not
but
this. That's not this.
so
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 twas better.
twas better all right, so twas better Betty butter bought a bit of better butter.
Go again for me.
Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my butter, it will make my butter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my butter better. So 'twas better Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter.
Go again for
Butter.
me.
Betty butter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my butter, it will make my butter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my butter better. So 'twas better Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter.
Yes, just you have to kind of pay attention to the words, and as I said before, you have to be able to read ahead. Patricia Williams, go for me. 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. We're going to read it all the way down. Go ahead for me.
Okay, sir. 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. No drop in at the
That's dewdrop.
do drop in at the do drop in. Do drop in at the do drop in.
Dewdrop.
Dew drop in.
Start from the top for me.
2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. 2 dozen double damask dinner napkins. Do drop in at the dew drop in. Do drop in at the dew drop in. How much dew could a dewdrop drop if a dewdrop did drop dew? Down the deep, damp, dark, dank den. Down the deep, damp, dark, dank den.
All right, as I said, guys, you will have to study this a little better. Georgette Richards, go ahead for me. H.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt?
Hastened.
How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt? How was Harry hastened so hurriedly from the hunt? In Hertford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen. In Hertford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
All right. So as I said, guys, you just have to pay attention to your pronunciation and eventual enunciation. So right now we're just focusing on pronunciation. Enunciation is where you're consciously including, for example, the 4 P's, pace, pitch, and so forth. All right, so let's go now to the speech outline. Persons were showing me and I was making comments. We're at that stage where we're trying to develop a speech outline that will give the listener a sense that research was done and that what is being said to them is worthy. All right, so Sarita Wang Su, let me see what you have share screen for me.
Okay, sir.
All right, so issues in religion, roles in which, it can be roles, is ways in which unlawful practices by religious leaders affects the reputation of the church. It's not roles, it's ways in which. So you have to change every single thing, including your, so you have to go through the entire paper and make the changes, all right? Because it means that the topic sentences are not going to be correct. So you have to go and make all that changes. All right, thanks, Miss Wong Su. Georgette
Okay,
Richard,
sir.
yes. Georgette Richards, let me see what you have so far.
Sharing, sir, 1 minute, 1 second.
Okay.
Sir, are you seeing now?
No, it's not on the screen.
Seeing now, sir?
Yes, all right. All right, walk us through this, please, from broad topic.
Okay, so the broad topic is parenting in the 21st century. The narrow topic is the importance of fathers in the development of children in the Caribbean. Sorry, should be Caribbean. The question is.
I'll make the corrections throughout the paper before you go any further.
Okay, sir, I will. Okay, sir. So the narrowed topic is the importance of fathers in the development of children in the Caribbean. And the question is, what is the importance of fathers in the development of children in the Caribbean? The answer is there are several importance of fathers in the development of children in the Caribbean.
All right, so the answer should be fathers are important in the development of children in the Caribbean in several ways. Fathers are important in the development of children in the Caribbean in several ways. No, just for the answer. No, lie. What is important? Fathers are important. So the answer is fathers are important in the development of children in the Caribbean. Right, that's what you have, right? No, that's not what you had before. You
No,
were trying
that's
to,
not.
right, you were trying to pluralize importance, but you can't.
Yes, sir.
Right.
The thesis states that economic provider, protector of the family, and an authority figure are some importance of fathers in the development of children in the Caribbean.
All right, so you need to start with, if you're going to start with the subclaims, you need what are called, or what is called a continuous verb. So being the economic provider, protector, and authority figure are the, if you want to start this way, fathers are important in the development of children in the Caribbean because they are the economic provider, protector of the family, and our authority figure. Although I think this, do you think, Georgette, that you would be saying anything new to your audience? Would they have heard this before?
Yes, sir, they would have. I was trying my best to
All right,
change
so
it
let
in
me give you
terms of.
something else.
Okay.
We don't want to be what I call constructive waste of time, where you go to deliver a TED talk and everybody say, but hold on, I thought this was a TED Talk. She come in here to tell us what we know already. So let me make some other recommendations. What is important is that you understand the skills. So you're just repeating once I give you something different. All right. Let me make some suggestions and see if you're interested in these. And if persons hear anything that you like, you can also indicate. Because if anybody is doing anything that I think is what I call a constructive waste of time, I am going to ask you to change. I think we hear that already. Hold on, I think I like this one. But let me remind myself of something. Just give me one sec. I'm trying to get something. Right. That's what I missed. All right. So the gestational, I can't believe I forgot how to pronounce that word. All right. So I want you to look at this for me. I think this is actually a good one for you. So the broad topic is health education. And the narrow topic is how to control gestational diabetes in women. Broad topic, health education. Narrow topic, how to control gestational diabetes in women. Got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you can stop sharing screen. Let's go to other persons. Let me see what they have. Dervit Williams, let's see what you have. Share screen for me, please.
Good night, sir. I'm unable to share because I'm not home as yet. I'm using my phone.
Okay, all right. When you are able to, because I need to approve. Need to approve that. All right.
Yes, sir.
Geraldine Hamnott, go ahead for me.
Sir, good night. Can you just give me a few minutes? Let me just bring up my work. I just got in.
Okay. All right, Jerome Roof, go ahead for me.
Where's my work?
Sir.
I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm
sir.
hearing.
Sir, what I'm doing, sir, I'm going to email it to Natalia.
No. Oh, you're going to email it to her for her to share for you?
Yes, sir, because I'm on my phone, sir, and not for the life of me can I share it from the phone. I'm not seeing how to. I'm not finding in storage.
Okay. All right. So carry on daily from the top for me. Where's the broad topic, narrow topics? Where's the broad topic and the narrow topic? All right, walk us through this, please.
All right, good night, everyone. So my broad topic is gender and sexuality. Narrow topic, problems faced by LGBT members in Jamaica. Question, what are some problems faced by LGBT members in Jamaica? Answer, there are several problems faced by LGBT members in Jamaica. Thesis, discrimination, violence, and gender equality are some of the problems faced by LGBT members in Jamaica.
Before we go any further, can somebody help her with the capital letters in her thesis, please?
Okay.
Where should she not have capital letters?
Violence, gender,
Gender equality.
equality.
All right, let me ask you this question. Do you think that, and this is something that the class can answer, do you think that we would be learning anything new from this? Or is it that we would be, if this was an organized TED Talk and you invited people to come and listen to a presentation, would they be learning anything new based on your thesis? Would they be learning anything new, or is it that this is something, this is a discussion that we have had over the years relating to this particular group and the kinds of problems they face? Carry on, class, what do you think? Is she saying anything new? Or is it that this becomes somewhat of an echo chamber because we have heard it before? That's what I'm asking. Guys, respond. I want your feedback.
You have heard it before, sir.
Yeah, I think we have heard this before. Are there any other problems that we can think of? I think we have heard this before about discrimination, and I would actually say physical violence, and gender equality is actually not is incorrectly used here, because gender equality means that you're including everybody. So I don't know. I think you need to either change your subclaims or find some problems that are unique, because we have heard these particular problems before. I think we've heard these problems before. I don't know if you probably want to look at it in terms of problems faced by LGBT members in accessing healthcare in Jamaica, probably, or going to a kind of unique area or something like that. So I'm not saying to change the topic, the narrow topic, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the purpose of TED Talk is for people to hear and learn things, something new, to be inspired or so forth. Yes.
Yeah, I remember I heard something about this topic the other day where like they were saying that these kind of people, they don't, like, their birth paper and their passport, for example, like they don't put their gender in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if this could go in our thesis, like they have the rights now to be
Right. That's interesting. In other words, especially the ones who say that they're
they're a man, but transgender.
Transgendered persons, right? The transgendered person, that they have a difficulty in terms of like how they are, the state recognizing their preferred identity or preferred gender.
Right. Yes, sir.
So one problem faced by LGBT members in Jamaica is getting their preferred identity officially recognized. I don't know if you want to state it that way, getting their official preferred identity, or preferred gender, I should say, recognized. I think another one could be that another problem is accessing healthcare without fear. So accessing healthcare without fear. I think that would be something that is a little bit more interesting because you can get some statistics, and I think another problem could be and I think there was actually an article on it. I think it was in the Sunday Gleaner about being recognized as God-fearing or being accepted as God-fearing, because there was a discussion among the clergy and among different groups, stakeholders in the society, about this particular group, and the contestation was whether or not they could be accepted in the church as legitimate members, something like that. So, or even the whole notion of civil union or legal protection, their common law or their relationships being legally protected. I think those are more unique problems. So another problem could be, another problem faced by LGBT members in Jamaica is the state recognizing their relationship, or the state legally recognizing their relationship. I think, in other words, the TED Talk that we're eventually going to is really where persons come to hear different information, new information, fresh information, not something that they have heard before. Because if they've heard it before, it becomes an echo chamber. All right, Carrie Ann, I hope you got some of what was said.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, yes. Junior Rumble, let me see what you have. Okay. All right.
Yes, so for the broad topic, parenting in the 21st century, narrow the topic, the roles of men in 21st century Caribbean families. Question, what are some of the roles of men in 21st century Caribbean families? Answer, there are several roles of men in 21st century Caribbean families. Narrowed answer, thesis, some roles of men in 21st century Caribbean families include being the protector of the family, nurturing the children through different stages of their lives, and providing emotional support.
So I would say nurturing children through the different stages of their development. So nurturing the children, the different stages of their development, and providing emotional support. I think the whole notion of protector of the family is kind of cliche. A bit cliche. All right, your sources should be on a page. Scroll down for me. Right, so but that's not APA, sir. You have the AP up there, so why you don't have it down there, correct? All right, so watch me now, sir. Copy from Jamaica. Put your cursor at Jamaica. All the way down. All the way down. Press delete for me. Go back up for me. Copy the first source, Brown. Copy all of Brown. Yes. All right. And you're going to paste it under references for me. Do the same for the other sources.
Student factor there.
All right, go back up for me and delete them from under the topic sentences now. Delete book chapter as well. Once it's not a topic sentence, you're going to delete it. Do the same for the others. All right, go down to your reference list for me. It must be on a separate page, yes. All right, so I want you to put your cursor at B for me, at brown. Copy everything. All right, right click your mouse. Go on paragraph for me. I hope everybody's paying attention, all right? Go to paragraph. Under special, click on the special for me. Special, you move the cursor from where it was a while ago. There's the word special, click on that thing. Click on hanging for me. Yes, go to line spacing and click double for me. Click OK for me now. All right, so that's correct. Go to Bailey, put your cursor at Bailey for me. Press delete. That means it wasn't to the corner. Put back B for me. It means that Bailey was not to the corner. Press back B for me, sir. Put the cursor in front of B for me. Press delete for me. You need to stop, do that, sir. I want it to go up the top. That's what I want it to do. I don't know what you're pressing on the thing. Jesus Christ. It's terrible. Put it at B for me. I want it to actually go up, not delete the letter B. No. Yes. Do the same thing for Graham for me. Right, thank you. All right, hold on, you're not finished because it's not correct. It is done in alphabetical order according to the last name, right? So BA comes before BR. The full stop is not copied, sir. Undo. Copy the full stop as well. Yes. Paste it. All right. All right, the first source, what type of source is the first source? Because I'm not seeing the URL. Is it a book? What is it? No, you don't need to look up there, sir. If it is properly documented, you should know. What type of source is the first one? You're not sure, Mr. Rumble?
Hold on. Web, I think it's on the web.
It's a what?
It's from an article.
Which article? What kind of article is it? Is it a newspaper article? What is it?
Yes, newspaper article.
That's not a newspaper. Or what's the name of the newspaper? If it's newspaper article. That's not the name of the newspaper, sir. No newspaper is called Tough Man Defender Shows Tender Side of Parenting. I've been in this business quite a number of years, sir. No newspaper is called that. What type of source is the second one? Brown.
This is a book.
Right. Something is missing. If it is a book, where is the place of publication plus the publisher? What's the name of the publisher? That's missing. The third source, what type of source is the third one?
From Gleaner.
So where's the name of the gleaner? I don't see it. So why do I see Jamaican fathers' involvement in their children's development? How involved are? So it's a newspaper. That's not how you document it. Did I not show you how to document a newspaper?
I would have to double check the thing in the WhatsApp.
All right, but you don't have to go into the WhatsApp. You can YouTube it. APA 7th edition referencing newspaper. APA 7th edition referencing book. You don't need to go back into the WhatsApp. On your own time, you sit down and you digest how to do it. Go back up now to your points. All right, so being the first one, nurturing children, providing. All right, I'll work with it for now. I'll work with it. All right, thanks, Mr. Rumble. Stop sharing. Have you heard anything from anybody?
No.
Okay, well, I sent off the resumes. I got quite a number, and I put a note on it for you. So hopefully she selects it. I'll call her and find out what's happening.
Okay, thanks.
All right, stop sharing. Carlene Wilson, are you now able to share?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, I never realized I wasn't muted. All right, sir, the problem that I'm having no. You had look at mine and say it was okay, but you asked for newspaper and magazine and so on, but I'm not, based on what I put, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing these. I'm like in books, sir. So I'm seeing like animal cloning and so on and so forth.
Where did you look?
Some on the web and some the Google, and I type in books and so on. I'm not seeing. So I was saying that maybe I have to go back to the drawing board. And
did you go to academia.edu? Because you are writing about something that has been written about for quite a number of years. So it's impossible for you not to find sources.
Where's it, sir? Academia?
I put it in the chat.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There are several books, journals, and for you to get information on this particular. So you haven't moved beyond the topic sentences?
No, sir.
All right. Remember, on Wednesday, I'm going to discuss the due dates. So. Okay,
no. Okay, sir. So I will just look at those and then see if I can find.
You can even call a hospital. You can even call a hospital or call a medical doctor or something. Not that you're going to quote them, but they can direct you to sources.
Okay, sir.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Miss Wilson.
Sir?
Yes?
You can share now?
Go ahead.
Good night, everyone.
Did I approve this narrow topic? I don't remember approving this one. The economic effects of cybercrimes on Jamaica. I don't remember approving this. Did I approve this, Miss Hamnott? I don't remember approving this. I wouldn't have approved this.
Sir, Sir, I'm not sure if you had approved it because the afternoon when you were teaching the class, I was not in class. So I found out from someone what they did and I got some topics. So I chose this one.
All right, so let me give you another topic under cybercrime, all right? So you're going to do something different. How cyber criminals are recruiting women into human trafficking. How cyber criminals are recruiting women into human trafficking. All right, so you'll come on Wednesday to show me all the corrections, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Amnott.
Okay.
Carrie Ann Daly, did you share? I don't remember you sharing. Miss Daly?
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
I shared already, sir, with the LGB.
Okay, all right. I didn't remember. Thanks for that. Lysiane Parks, go ahead for me.
Yes, sir. No, wrong. So all
Mr.
right.
Parks, walk us through, please.
All right. So the role of the church in the social development of Jamaica. So the broad topic is issues in religion. Narrowed topic, the roles of the church in the social development of Jamaica. The question is, what are some of the roles churches play in the social development of Jamaica? The answer, there are several roles churches play in the social development of Jamaica. Thesis, a stabilizing force for the good, support for people who are going through difficulties, and provide shelter for the people who are homeless are some of the roles churches play in the social development of Jamaica.
Haven't we heard this already, Mr. Parks? Is this something new? Tell me if we haven't heard this about the church already.
And sir, by the very same thing I got to my mind when you were discussing the others earlier, that this just seemed repetitive.
Yeah, it is.
It's
So issues in religion, what can we you probably can look at how religious leaders are able to form cult movements in the Caribbean, or how religious leaders are able to form cult movements or something, like seeing that it's a very current thing as one of the issues in religion, how religious leaders are able to form cults in the Caribbean or in wherever you want to do it.
Yes, kind of like how would I put that in?
No, the narrow topic is how religious leaders form cults in the Caribbean.
So change this.
So change that narrow topic, and then you go and do some reading in terms of research.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so let's see something a bit more interesting instead of that. All right, so you can stop sharing, okay?
Okay.
Lishana Brown, go ahead for me. Lishana Brown, go ahead for me. Are you there?
For 1 minute, sir, I'm using my phone.
We're still waiting. Oh, all right. All right, walk us through, please. And this sounds like another cliche topic, do you think, guys? Reasons for an increasing number of adolescents engaged in lottery scamming. What do you guys think? Cliche, or you think we can learn something new? Even the subclaims are very a bit cliche. Deshauna, what do you think? Shauna Brown, I'm talking to you. Go ahead for me. What do you think? Ms. Brown, I'm speaking to you.
Oh, sir, sorry about that. I was answering you. I didn't realize that my mic was closed. I was saying that I could choose another topic.
Okay. All right, you want me to suggest?
Okay, sir. Sure.
All right, let's see.
Mhm.
All right, so this is a suggestion. You don't have to choose this one. Supersonic travel, broad topic, supersonic travel. Narrow topic, the impact of supersonic air travel on the environment. Want this one or you want to move on?
I could research this one and see, sir.
All right, so broad topic, supersonic travel. Supersonic is one word. The narrow topic is the impact of supersonic air travel on the environment. All right.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Renee Richards, go ahead for me. Ms. Richards, are you there? Renee Richards. All right, probably not there. Or Oran Walters, go ahead for me.
One minute, sir. Choosing the correct one. Yes, sir.
Walk us through.
So the broad topic is animal cruelty. Narrow topic, why, ways in which animal cruelty can be prevented in Jamaica. And the first question is, what are some ways in which animal cruelty can be prevented in Jamaica? The answer to that is, there are several ways in which animal cruelty can be prevented in Jamaica. Thesis statement is, the animal cruelty law needs to be reinforced with stiffer penalties. Leaders needs to address the issue and educate people about animal cruelty. Teach our children how to have respect and care for animals.
All right, so that's not a thesis, because your thesis should, if you're beginning with the subclaims, it should end are some of the ways in which animal cruelty can be prevented in Jamaica. You should have only 3 subclaims. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually. I'm seeing actually 5 subclaims. You have about the law, then you have leaders need to address the issue, that's 2. Educate people, that's 3. Teach your children, that's 4. And care for animals, that's 5. Those are all different. So you need to revise. So if you were to choose 3 of the 5, what exactly would you want your audience to listen to? What 3?
So I would go with the law, animal cruelty law.
So enforcing stiffer penalties, are you saying?
Okay, so I would take out the part that said the animal cruelty law needs to be enforced. So I said
So if you're starting with this subclaim, then you must start with a continuous verb. It has to be a continuous verb. So, and it's a reinforce with stiffer penalties. You can't reinforce stiffer penalties. You're going to legislate. So I think, I don't know if you want to say, I don't know if where your headspace is enforcing animal cruelty laws. So enforcing animal cruelty laws, I don't know this thing about leaders need to address. So I think the other part probably is to educate people about animal cruelty or educate people. So enforcing animal cruelty laws, educating Jamaicans or educating people about animal cruelty and are ways in which animal cruelty can be prevented in Jamaica. So you need to revise your thesis.
Okay.
I've just given you the first two. The last part, no, you would have to determine, right on your own. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, cool. Stop sharing. Natalia Watson, did you share? I don't remember if you shared.
No, sir.
Go ahead for me. Is it possible for you to turn down oral trace in the background?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
All right, walk us through the paper, please.
Yes, sir. My broad topic is parenting in the 21st century. The narrow topic is challenges associated with parenting in LGBT families in the USA. Question, what are some of the challenges associated with parenting in the LGBT families in the USA?
It's a question, it ends with a full stop.
Oh, Jesus. I'm blind. Answer, there are several challenges associated with parenting in the LGBT family in the USA. Pieces, limited parental recognition. Oh shit, am I now?
Miss Watson, be careful of your language, you're in a class.
Sorry, sir. Limited parental recognition, economic vulnerability, and healthcare discrimination are some of the challenges associated with parenting in LGBT families in the USA.
The second subclaim I'm having an issue with. So limited parental recognition, I see that as one of the challenges. Healthcare discrimination, I don't know if that's the best way to phrase it, but I see that. It probably can be rephrased, but what do you mean by economic vulnerability?
Okay, sir, based on some of the articles that I came across, they are saying that based on the fact that they are associated with that particular community, they are limited in terms of jobs, getting housing.
Okay, so it's just the way how you choose to phrase it then. So let's see if we can come up with a better phrasing. So limited parental recognition, healthcare, all right, let me think about this. Some of the challenges associated with parenting in LGBT families in the USA include limited parental recognition. I'm not sure, my brain is not coming up with anything, but so the second subclaim just needs some revision. Do you have your thesis? No, do you have your reference list?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's see what's happening. Is this AP? So we're seeing capital letters all. So first of all, the entire paper should be in Times New Romans, font size 12s. That's the first thing. So let's correct that, the entire paper. All right. All right, so for reference now, remove the bold from the word. Remove the bold from the word. So this is a journal. No, that's not a journal, it's an edited book. So your sources need some revision, but at least you have them. Changes to state parenting laws. Help fill gaps for same-sex couples. Serious health problems and the parent families and economic well-being. Economic well-being. Go up for me. Let me see something. Need some revision. So limited parental. All right, so let me think about it. Let me think about it. Your reference list needs some amount of revision, so I suggest you go and look at what some of the videos in terms of how to do the book, the journal, and the newspaper. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I also have Mr. Roof.
Oh yes, so you can stop sharing this and then bring up his, so he can walk us through.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
This is it, sir.
All right, so walk us through. Let him walk us through. It is his paper.
Yes, sir. Good evening again. Broad topic, milestones in science. Narrow topic, benefits associated with the exploration of space. Question, what are some of the benefits associated with the exploration of space? Answer, there are several ways in which the exploration of space has proven to be beneficial. Thesis, the improvement of healthcare, making scientific discoveries, and protecting our planet and our environment are some of the benefits associated with space exploration.
All right, so let's take out the personal pronouns. Even though in the actual speech itself, you're allowed to use it, but for the written part, let's not use the our. All right, let it stay. It's okay. So I would say improving healthcare, not the improving of healthcare. So improving healthcare, making scientific discoveries and protecting our planet and our environment are some of the benefits. These benefits look very strange to me. How does space, tell me, how does space exploration benefit or improve healthcare? Talk to me. They seem a little bit far-fetched, so probably if you explain it, I can see it.
Sir, it had me thinking as well, sir, but I just briefly read up on it. It is where I got the reference from.
Explain it, sir.
What could I say now?
You have to be able to explain it. I won't be able to see the big picture as you did if you don't explain it.
So to be honest, I never really run through it fully, no, sir.
In other words, you're not sure what you're writing about then, because you.
It's not that I'm not sure, sir.
If you're sure, you should be able to tell us.
I didn't read the article.
So on Wednesday, you're going to come and explain, all right?
Yes, sir, I will.
So it is improving. So each would start with a continuous verb, just as though you have making and protecting, and you can't have planet and environment. You're going to choose one.
Oh.
And when you say environment, are you talking about the natural environment? So are you going to say planet or are you going to say natural environment? You choose, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, cool. Stop sharing for me, thanks. Did I go through? Carrie Ann Brown, go ahead for me.
All right, good night, sir. One moment, please.
true.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, but you're supposed to choose one. Why you still have Jamaica's reputation, tourism / foreigner? You're supposed to choose one. Did I not tell you that last time? I'm sure I told you that last time. The paper has to be either on Jamaica's reputation, tourism, or foreign direct investments. It cannot be on all of them.
Okay.
And it's narrowed topic. Narrowed topic. And you need to remove some of those capital letters that you have all over the place. So which one are you interested in looking at?
Probably tourism. I can look at tourism. No, Jamaica's reputation would be a better choice. So I have to go back then, sir, and do it over then. Because I incorporated everything in one.
All right, so on Wednesday, you're going to come and show us. All right, but what I want for everybody to do, I'm going to give you some time for you to kind of go through. Is there anybody who has not shared screen or I haven't looked at your work to give some feedback?
Sir, good night.
Good night.
Actually stepped away. I heard that you were calling me. But sir,
can you just share screen, please?
Yeah,
Stop sharing for me, Carrie Ann Brown.
Now let's put some money in your top draw. Tonight's jackpot is now $400,000. So here are the winning top draw numbers. Coming out first, we have straight up unlimited goods. Next up is 20. And following 20, we have number 6.
That was, sir? No, it's was telling that I don't have much different from what I discussed with you the last time, but I'm gonna go through what I have.
So why don't you have something different? Didn't you do any work on? Didn't you do additional work?
The only thing that I changed, sir, which you told me to do, was the second one from the pickpocket, and I put theft of personal identification, sir.
All right, let's just listen and then we'll make a determination. Go through for me.
All right, so my broad topic is cyber crimes. My narrow topic is effects of lottery scamming on Jamaica tourism industry. My question is, what are the effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry in Jamaica? My answer is there are several effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry in Jamaica. And my thesis is effects of lottery scamming on the Jamaica tourism industry includes the frequency of internet, the increase of theft of identity information, and the increase of credit card fraud. My topic sentence is 1. The frequency of internet is one effect of lottery scamming on the tourism industry. The second one is the increase of theft of personal information is another effect of lottery scamming on the tourism industry. And the third one, the increase in credit card fraud is the final effect of how lottery scamming affect the tourism industry in Jamaica.
None of those things indicate how lottery scamming affect the tourism industry in Jamaica. None of them do that. Go back up to your narrow topic for me. Can somebody assist her, please? We're looking at effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry.
So, sir, I have a source here, from the Gleaner that states the effect of lottery scamming on the tourism industry when it referred to the internet and so on. So how are you saying that none of these states that? I just want to understand what you're saying. I'm not sure if I'm on the right page as you.
So the reading of the source And reading the source and interpreting the source are not necessarily the same. And you're looking at the effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry. So one effect of lottery scamming could be that there could be an avoidance by some tourists from coming to Jamaica because they feel like they don't wish to be scammed. That could be one of the effects. So they don't want to come to Jamaica because Jamaica is seen as a place where persons are scammed or where tourists are scammed. Another one could be, for example, that it turns away investors, international investors, because they feel that they're not going to operate in a safe cyber environment. You see what I'm talking about? Those are some of the effects. None of the things that, listen please, what you are writing about are the effects of lottery scamming, but not the effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry. They are not one and the same. Go ahead.
Sir, I'm a bit confused because last week you said to me, cyber is internet. We're referring to the internet, how this affects the internet and the
Cyber is not just internet, it's the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web and cyber are not, the internet and the World Wide Web are not the same things. They have two different definitions. What you have to do is to understand your narrow topic. That's what you need to do. You need to understand it for yourself so that you're able to write on it and explain it when questions are asked. If you want to change, we can change, but none of what you have given me. If
Sir,
you
do you
say,
have
for
a
example,
suggested change I can make then? Because I'm not sure I'm getting what you're saying. I'm a bit confused right now.
if you say, for example, in the second one is increase theft of tourists' personal information, that's different. But the second one, increase theft of tourists' personal information, increase credit card fraud among tourists, or something like that, because you're looking at it on the tourism industry. But what you are writing about is just generally the effects of lottery scamming, which is not the same thing as looking at the effects of lottery scamming on Jamaica and Jamaica's tourism industry. So you can't stop short in the middle of the narrow topic.
Okay, sir.
All right, so if I don't know if you want to continue, if you want to change, or just let me know what you want to do.
So based on the two examples that you gave me of increased theft of tourist information and increased credit card fraud of the tourist information, I guess I can just change it to the first one.
Yeah, but what I don't want, Renee, what I don't want you to do is to rely on what I am saying. At the end of the day, I'm not going to mark my own ideas. You need to sit down and understand it. Did you call it, for example, the Jamaica Tourist Board and ask them about this? Then you're not doing any research then. You just read a Gleaner article and think that you have everything. You're doing research, you know. This is a speech, a preparation for your speech, and a TED Talk. You do a lot of research and preparation and prepping before. So you can't read a little Gleaner article and think that you know everything about the effects of lottery scamming on the tourism industry. Call up the Jamaica National Tourist Board and all the other agencies that interact or have a role to play in lottery scamming in the tourism industry and ask questions. It can't be a situation where you come and I make a recommendation and you just write exactly what I say and you come back and you read it to me. You can't, that's not research. Because it means that you genuinely don't understand the topic, and I want for you to understand the topic so that when you reach the TED Talk stage, because I'm going to ask questions, you know, when you do a TED Talk, you know, I am going to have questions. So it must be that you're able to talk about it or respond in a very intelligent way, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. Is there anybody else who has not presented? All right, so I'm going to put you in the breakout room and I want in peers, and I want you to help each other to fix the thesis or help with the narrow topic or something of the sort. Just kind of help each other. So if something is wrong, like for example, if I say to Renee that Renee needs to tweak something, you're going to help her know to do that, and she's going to do the same for yours, and then we do a kind of presentation to see where we are, you know, what the contribution made by the person with whom we are working. Is that clear to everybody?
And yeah, and it like
okay.
And then when we turn back now, come on, this white screen. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me create.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. All right, go in the breakout room for me, please.
That me one, let me tell you what is that. Yeah.
Kamisha Wall, you're not in the breakout room.
No, sir.
Can you go in the breakout room for me, please?
Sir, the internet keep on keep me out because I don't have an internet at home. I'm using service.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Listen Parks, you're working with Listen Parks. I don't know if you want to also dialogue with him via WhatsApp as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I'm not in any group with anybody.
Hold on.
Yeah, just allow the people let me. One.
All right. So I think by the next class, I should be able to get some more interesting ideas. As you guys are in the breakout room, I thought about another narrow topic, something that is, how to counter how healthcare professionals can counter vaccine-related misinformation. I don't know if anybody's interested in that. Let me put it in the chat. How healthcare professionals can counter vaccine-related disinformation. And the other one would be, you have disinformation and then you have misinformation. Anybody is interested can counter vaccine-related. Misinformation. All right, so on Wednesday, you can share with me some of the things, and I'll speak a little bit about the graded assignments as well as the mid-semester that you're going to do. I haven't seen anything from the course leader, so I'll speak to her and find out, because you should have done your mid-semester already. And I'm sure you saw we are shared in the WhatsApp group the graded assignments. I think I shared it with you guys, right? Did I tell you the graded assignments? So the mid-semester, the TED Talk, the final presentation, and the speech of special occasion. Yeah, but I'll speak about it in greater detail on Wednesday. All right, everybody, have a good night.
All right, sir. Good night.
Okay, good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.